Yo, welcome everybody. Just sending out the link and then we'll get started here. I've been backtesting a little bit, but I thought, why don't I just go live? Roostar, what's up? no, this was actually 40 pips. So for anybody watching either the live or the replay, so how I'm doing this, oops, it's this one. So how I'm doing this is, as you see on the chart here, I've been back testing a ton already. I'm measuring it by pips, so you don't have to see how profitable it is by like percentage or dollars. Like it's literally, you know, a standard measurement that doesn't matter what size you're trading or anything like that to measure true profitability. So basic rules, I got them right here if you want to kind of like pause the screen and take a screenshot. These are the basic rules of what I'm doing here. But honestly, this is just literally basic support and resistance trading using obviously the Dow Jones and then also the NAS 100, so the NASDAQ. I've already did extensive back testing with the NAS. You can't see the bottom here. You can see a little bit of the bottom tabs, but the bottom tabs here, I got all of these different types of pairs and time frames. And what I'm really doing is, this strategy has been working for me for quite some time, but I want to kind of refine it to what are the best pairs to trade with and what are the best time frames and what days are the best to use said strategies on. So for example, this 5-minute scalping strategy with the Dow Jones, I've noticed if you scroll over here, I'm adding up all these pips, and obviously on Tuesdays, this is usually the best time that the you know, this pair respects this price action. And then the worst day to trade this type of trading style is Thursdays. But if you go over here to my 1-minute scalping on NAS, now I don't have as much data because TradingView doesn't allow me to go back that far in time. But for about a month of data, you notice that on Tuesdays and Thursdays for this one, this is the most profitable and most consistent. So obviously, again, like I said, I don't have that much data. I'm literally filling out this one today, but it's pretty cool to see as I build up on this and build in this spreadsheet. You'll be able to see the data and how accurate these strategies really are. And this one's been, you know, by far the best. I don't think it's had a losing week, other than I think this was a rough week right here that I just did. This was still a rough week, but you still ended in the positive. I don't think it had a losing week yet, but obviously I started on the 16th of January, so this back testing is going to be very, very extensive compared to the NAS one. So this one started on 3rd of April. And another rule that I don't really have here, but this is a personal thing. And again, this is why backtesting is so just personal. And it's really hard to kind of get a grasp on how accurate something is, you know, or how good something is. Backtesting is because it's so personal. And what I like to do when I backtest is, one, I only have the time frames that I'm trading. So this is the when the London market opens and closes, I start looking for the highs and lows of the London high and lows around here. Then I don't start trading until 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, like you see in my live streams. And then from here, this is where I'm looking at taking trades. And then once I get a really nice winner like this one right here, I'm done for the day. And that's pretty much like my rules. So then I'm just fast forwarding to the next day. So now we're just going to go to Wednesday here, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to simply find London's high and low, or if that high and low comes and bleeds into the New York, we're just going to find that high and low there. We're going to find the high and low here, which was right there. And again, we're just going to fast forward until we see a nice candle break, candle open and close. And again, this is where I try to make it personal. So in this case, I would have not taken this trade. It's too wicky on the top and bottom. I want to see a very strong candle with very little wicks on the top and bottom, and then you got this really big doji here. So I would not, even if this ended up winning, I would not take this trade. So you see here it's still breaking up, but again, I would not have taken that trade. Now it's going back down. And then once, this is actually an interesting one. So when price breaks up here and then comes back in this range, that's what I'm looking again. So for instance, right here, I wouldn't be looking to take a long because it needs to come back here and retest inside this range. That's just my personal rules. Again, everybody has their own preferences, because some people would say, well, Austin, this resistance area here, this major area, this high, it's turning into support now, right? Well, yeah, but I've just noticed, again, from using this actively and through the back test, it is more accurate if you let it come back in range and then see where it wants to go. So that's what we're watching happen now. I want to see a strong candle again. This is still, it's a little too small for me. I would not personally, and the wicks on the top and bottom kind of throw me off, so we're not going to take that. See, now this is a very strong candle. So we got a really strong green bullish candle, even wicks on top and bottom. This is what I would get into. So we'll take a buy. I already have my long template, just a 5-minute breakout with a 50 pip stop loss 125, take profit. And if this one hits profit, you'll see how I kind of trail my stop loss for risk management. So this one would actually be going to noon. Okay, so that hits stop loss. So we're going to close that. Be minus 50 so far. See if there's another trade opportunity. Don't like how that candle closed. Same for that one. Same for that one. See, I wouldn't have taken any of these trades even if it did end up winning. And that's why I try to act like I'm actively trading. Yeah, it's too wick on the top and bottom. So I probably would have just called it a day. I don't really like trading in this late in the afternoon. So this will be a minus 50 day. And as you see here with the results so far, I mean, yeah, Wednesdays are not the best days to use this strategy, because you'll find some pairs like to consolidate on certain days. Some pairs like to do other things, right? So we see Ethereum's getting a set up here, but I'm not trading. It's too late in the day. So now we're going to go on to Thursday. All right, I went a little too heavy there. Went a little too... Okay, so market opened there at 9:30. 9:35, candle broke down. I actually would have taken this one, even wicks on the top and bottom. So even though I can't obviously simulate the buy and sell, we're just going to go back in time and check this one out. So again, 5-minute breakout. This will be in drawdown. Now here's where I would do my trailing stop loss. So I've noticed that when price gets in profit around 40, around right here, this is where I like to move my stop loss into break even. So this would actually have been a break even trade. So I would have actually broken even right here when price wicked back up. Because I've noticed, like, if price rejects this 40 area and then it comes back, it usually most of the time will come back and actually want to hit my stop loss. So this way it protects me from taking a losing trade when I know statistically US 30 likes to swing back up. So let's see if this actually would have ended up hitting my stop loss, or if I was dumb and took a break-even trade. Can't win them all. Okay, so see, this would have hit my stop loss if I didn't use that. And again, this is just based on statistics and using this strategy for so long. I know that when price on the Dow Jones gets to around 40, I'm just putting it at break even, and I'm happy. Not, you know, I didn't lose anything, right? So this would still be a 0. So let's see if we find some more setups. Like that there. It's respecting that resistance area pretty well. Yeah, now it's just trading sideways, so this will be a 0 day. Let's go into Friday. If y'all have any questions at all, if you're watching the replay or watching the stream, don't hesitate to ask any questions. Go to... That was a nice gap there. It'd be a nice little long scalp. Well, I think this was a holiday or something, because, yeah, look at this, 9, 10, and 1800. So this will be a 0 day because you couldn't even trade that day. So let's go to the next week. All right, this is the 10th of April. All right, let's find this low. So here's an example where when the London lows get broke from when the New York Open starts, I will respect the low, obviously the most recent low, instead of using the London low. So if, you know, say I wake up around here, right, and I'm looking at the chart and I establish the low here, but then it starts coming all the way down here, I'll draw my support line there. And then whenever it makes a new low, I'll just put it under here. So this is where that new low would be, right before market open. All right, so 9:30. I never take a trade right after the market open candle, so I would need another candle to confirm. And again, right here, see, that's another thing I've noticed in this strategy is sometimes you'll find at market open, the candle will like, boom, close down, right? And sometimes it might even look like a really good candle, but I still never take it because right at market open, tons of volatility, stop loss hunting, all that stuff, right? Liquidity grabs. It's just kind of way too risky to take a trade off the first candle of the market open. Welcome everybody just joining. Thank you so much. Hope you all are having a great day. If you are curious about this strategy, this is a basic support and resistance strategy that I use on Dow Jones and the NAS 100. I've already completed NASDAQ though. Do it on the 5-minute time frame. Didn't do so hot today, actually. Actually, the US 30, it was a great play. I missed it. And then NASDAQ, I got 2 losses. So it's not obviously a 100% win rate strategy, but it's very good. So this is when I would have gotten into. I just missed that candle, but I would have took a long here. Right at that candle close, I just accidentally clicked one too many times. So then I would use my tool here. 5-minute breakout. Really highly recommend if you do backtesting or just, you know, if you obviously trade a lot, save your templates for longing and shorting. It just makes it so much quicker, especially if you're scalping. So that way you're not sitting there, you know, dragging your lines and making all kinds of craziness. Okay, and then what I like to do is I'll copy, so I'll clone this, and then I even do this when I actively trade. So I'll take the copy and I'll put it here at 40, right? Now, like I said before, if you're just joining, when price crosses that 40 line, that's when I move my stop loss to break even. So that way it's a risk-free trade, and now I'm just, you know, seeing if it hits my take profit or not. And then I'll move my stop loss in profit when it gets to 75. So that way I got a for sure 75 pip profit in that trade. So this trade would have taken a lot longer than usual. Okay, so see how it crossed my 40 right here. Okay, So as soon as it crossed my 40, I'm literally like simulating like I would trade, right? So I would take this stop loss, I would put it right there, maybe just a little bit above break even, so that way if there's any weird slippage or anything, maybe I make $1, right? Whatever. Now the next thing I'm looking for is I'll take this secondary long tool and I'll place it at 75. Okay, there's math to this. The math to this is I'm willing to lose 50, okay? I'm willing to lose 50 pips in any given trade. So if I lose 50, but I get a home run here and I get a 125, I can lose 4 times, right? I can lose 3 times, I can lose 2 times. I'm okay losing back to back because I know this one trade, when it goes well and in my direction, and these assets tend to like to break out, I'm fine. I not only break even, but I can actually make profit, right? So I can lose 2 back-to-back trades and still be 25 pips in profit. I can lose when it crosses my break-even point. Then I'm risk-free, right? So I add those extra risk management parameters so that way I can make sure that I minimize my losses as much as possible while maximizing my gains. So in this case, it crossed my. So now I'm moving my stop loss to break even. Now I'm looking for the 75 level. So I'd literally just drag that up to 75. Let's see if it crosses. It almost did. It like tapped 75. Okay, so it tapped 75. Oh, no. It almost tapped 75. Okay, so now it definitely did tap 75. So now at 75, right here, like if I was actively trading, right? The candle, obviously, when you use this backtesting method on TradingView, and again, this is why backtesting isn't 100%, right? You can't simulate the candle actually opening and closing. But if I'm sitting here at my chart, which this is 19:15 at night, I literally took this trade at noon, and this played out all the way here. So in this case, right, because I don't like to trade super late, like I would already be doing something else. I wouldn't be sitting here staring at a chart for this long. So if I have to back away from a chart, or if I have to do something in this case, I would just take my stop loss and put it below the structure. And if it breaks that structure, fine, I'll take profit. Again, so I want to make sure my backtest is so similar to how I trade, so it's as accurate as possible. So in this case, I would take in my stop loss, put it below structure right around here, okay, so about 45 in profit. So this would be, or if I wanted to do my risk reward, make it positive, right, I can make a 1 risk reward ratio and put it there. So let's see if this would have taken profit if I would have made a 1 here, or if it would have went all the way to 125. Now I'm probably asleep. So my stop loss is at a 1, and then my take profit is at 125 like normal. Hey Austin, how's it going? Oh, what's up, doctor? What's up, man? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. It is going wonderfully. Okay, so it didn't trigger yet. Man, this was a long trade. Okay, so it would have definitely, yeah. So let's just close that out. It would have hit right around there. Or no, I'm on the wrong one. It would have hit there. So like super early in the morning. So this would have definitely been a nice trade. It just went way too long, right? So we would have had a 50 win for that Monday. It's honestly a very rare circumstance too. It's like, I think the second time that's ever happened using this strategy so far. So it's very, very rare for that to happen. All right, let's get that out of the way. Find our new low. So we're looking in the London session here. Again, we're just literally finding the low. Let's get a new line here. I think I deleted it. I don't know. New high. Right before market open. Okay, boom. That's the market open candle. Now we're looking for trades. Okay, so again, right here, I would not like this trade. Very little wick on the bottom, big wick on the top. That tells me that price most likely will come back down, and I don't want to do that, right? I want to get in on a really good, strong bullish candle that I feel confident is going to break that higher high. And see, there we go. So like, I don't like those big wicks on the top. And that's exactly what happened. Look at that. And again, right here, yes, it broke that high and it closed above the high, but I don't like that big wick on the bottom. It tells me there's some sell pressure dragging it down. This one I'm more inclined to take. The wick on the top is still tall. And again, I can't simulate how I would be in this exact moment, but let's just say in this case, because I do feel a little bit more confident in this one than this one, maybe in the exact moment I would have taken this one. So let's set that there. It didn't respect this high though, so this will be a little bit more of a riskier trade. And then that would have hit my stop loss. No worries. You're gonna have losses in trades. Man, US 30 was really playing with emotions this day. Don't like any of these candles. I wouldn't have entered in on any of these candles. And then we would move into the afternoon where I wouldn't even be trading. So this would have been a minus 50 day. So now we're at break even for this week. But keep in mind, this isn't the only asset and strategy I use. This is just a tool in my tool belt of assets I trade and how I trade and stuff like that. So I'm looking at the US 30, I'm looking at NAS, I'm looking at Ethereum, I'm looking at Bitcoin, and I'm using my different strategies that I use and just watching for setups. I'm just patiently waiting. So it's not like I have to make this one singular asset with this one strategy work. OX Doctor, how do you prevent yourself from over trading? Basically you just give yourself a trading allowance, right? I think that's what I do, and it's been working for me very well. So just like how if you're budgeting and you're just like, hey, I can only spend X amount per week, that's because you don't want to overspend, right? So it's the same concept of trading. Like if you scalp, say you give yourself a trading allowance of 4 trades a day. Now you're making sure those 4 trades are going to count. You're not going to take stupid risky trades, and you're not going to overtrade because if you take losses, you move on to the next day, because in trading you want to make it to the next day, right? You don't want to blow up your account and now you have to wait to trade, or you cause motions or whatever, right? You don't want to do that. So give yourself a trading allowance of however you feel comfortable, whether that be 3, 2, 5. It just depends on how you trade and what time frames you trade on. Where I trade on the 5-minute and 1-minute and 15-minute time frames, the lower time frames, I give myself 3 to 5 trades, and that usually works out for me pretty well, because that's usually how many trades I take in a day. But for somebody that trades on, say, the 1-hour time frame, maybe they only trade once a day, maybe 2 to 3 times a week, right? So for this candle, no wick on the top, very small wick on the bottom. I would have taken this one. This will be a little bit more of a moderate play as far as like risk goes, because there is a little bit of a wick on the bottom, but this will be one I definitely would have taken. Okay, so I think this hit our 40. Moved stop loss to break even play. It did. 40's right there, so we're just so if price crosses there, so now we're at 0. That's another decent candle, but I still don't like those big wicks on the top and bottom, so I wouldn't have taken that one. And now we're just moving on into the afternoon chop there. Like I wouldn't even be trading around this time. Most of my losses come from overtrading. Greed gets me. Yeah, man. I mean, and that's why even if you see in my backtesting here, right? If I hit a nice trade, if I get a nice 50, 75, 125 pip trade, I'm done for the day. Like, because with my account, right, I have a $50,000 funded account. With that, trading 1% of my account making a 125, 75, 50 pip win, like that's a decent chunk of money. And that's a pretty decent chunk of money for anybody, right? So you just walk away. Like, if you get paid at a job, after you get your paycheck, you're not going to go and keep working. You're going to go and spend it, right? You're going to go enjoy your day. You're going to go on vacation. You're going to buy a new freaking Xbox. I don't know what you do with your money, right? So it's the same thing here. When you get your paycheck, go have fun. Don't sit and try to risk that paycheck to lose it. Give those profits right back. So that comes another thing. So say you give yourself a trading allowance of 4 trades a day or 5 trades a day, but you win, you make a nice win, stop, put it down, get off the charts, or study the charts. Don't trade, study the charts, do whatever. Log your charts, journal your charts, or journal your trades, I'm sorry. So I would not have taken that trade. Oh, it's not even market open yet. Waiting for 925 here. So you see how this one formed a new higher high? So we got London high here, but then it formed a new one here. So we're going to move that up. Now this is our range for this morning. I didn't even log my Wednesday, did I? Wednesday was a 0. Welcome everybody, welcome. If you enjoyed this, please let me know in the replies. I know I don't really get a lot of views on my backtesting live streams. I mean, I literally just started doing this anyways, but last time a lot of people said they enjoyed it. This is something a little different that not a lot of traders do on their YouTube channels. So let me know if you like it. Drop me a like and just say, hey man, this is sweet in the chat. I don't know. We'll be going live in the new studio. I'm moving this weekend. I will be going live Monday, hopefully in the new studio, so that's going to be pretty sweet. I'm really excited about that. Y'all are going to see a nice change of scenery. This one I don't like. I don't like how big this wick is at the bottom. I would have not taken this trade. And it's that yeah, I don't like that. See how that sweeped up? This big wick on the bottom here, right? It's telling you that there's still buy pressure. Doctor says, yep, I'm enjoying it. Nice, thanks, man. You've been a really good supporter of my content in general. I really do appreciate it. Seriously. This one I would have taken it because the wicks are even. This is a moderate risk play. I wouldn't consider this an A+ setup. I'd say probably a B because of the wicks. But it follows my rules, so I'm going to take it. And that would have got stopped out. And I do that too because I'm collecting data, right? I want to see, okay, if the wicks are even, will this still end up being a good trade, or should I possibly not look at these in the future? That's why we're playing with this right now. We're just back testing and seeing. And don't pay attention to this dollar amount down here because, again, this dollar amount's simulating every candle close, and that's not how it would play out, right? Like, I could have made more money down there. I could have lost less money because I exited like right here. So don't pay attention to this and be like, oh, Austin, you're about break even. I'm literally just doing this just to simulate. That's it. Because on this back testing, right, like if I click a sell, I can't set a stop loss in back testing and take profit. I wish I could, but TradingView doesn't allow you to do that. So this would have been a minus 50 so far. Let's see if there's some more setups. All right, I like this one so far. All right, I like this one. So I would have taken a buy. When it gets to around there, I'll just copy this, set it to 40. All right, so now this is a risk-free trade. Hits my 40. So now I'll just leave my cursor there, so if price ever crosses my cursor, I know that I would have gotten out because I would have got stopped out. Okay, so now it hits, this is probably around 70 now. Yeah, so 75 is right there. So again, I want to trade just like I'm trading in real life. So at 75, when price crossed 75 right here, okay, so I would have already got out of the trade, because right here, price would have crossed up. I would have instantly, because what I do is when I'm trading this on my trading platform, I have this number, so I would have dragged this up and I would have had this price typed into my stop loss. So when it crosses that, I would click save and it would instantly set my stop loss to right here. So then it would cross back down, and then this is where I would have taken profit via my stop loss and profit. So I would have got 75 pips here, minus 50, so that's 25 win for the day. So I would have stopped trading that day anyways, because it's getting into the afternoon. So not a bad day. 25 pips is not bad. So now we would have just went on to Friday. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining. For all the new people, what I asked literally like, I'd say, what, 5-10 minutes ago, if you enjoy this type of stream, this like backtesting stream, and again, backtesting is not 100% conclusive. Backtesting is not 100% accurate on how good or bad a trading strategy is. But what I like to do is I try to simulate as much as possible of how I would trade in that scenario. So please don't be like, oh my gosh, this is an amazing strategy, or this is a terrible strategy. Like, this is just something I try to collect data on, to kind of have a rough understanding in combination with my forward testing, in combination with my trades of what I actively do. So, but if you like this type of stream and I can sit here and answer questions while I do it, please leave a like and let me know in the chat. Doctor says, I know you are a price action trader, but have you ever tried Fibonacci's? I combine Fibonacci's volume and price action. I get some solid entries. I trade Bitcoin and crypto. Don't know how much fibs are effective. And yeah, man. I mean, fibs are an amazing resource, right? And a lot of the times, if you notice, because I am trading support and resistance, and I do this with Ethereum as well. I do this with Bitcoin, Ethereum, US30, and NAS. That's my go-to. Sometimes I'll trade gold. Lately, I have not really liked how erratic gold has been. So I've just been stepping away from it, because it's just, it just doesn't follow my rules, man. But fibs are really good. But if you notice, when you use support and resistance, those zones end up kind of being in those ranges of the Fibonacci's, and it becomes pretty accurate. So I don't actively use my fib. Like I used to, play around with it, but it's a great tool that I know a lot of people do use. In this case, I would have taken this one. Yes, the wick is a little bit bigger than the top here, but this is such a strong candle. I would have taken a toss at this one. So let's see here. Die. Okay, so I think this crossed my 40. Nope, almost. Okay, so now it crossed my 40, so now it's a risk-free trade. So that would have tapped my stop loss there. Let's see if I would have won. See? Let's see. Would that have been a winning trade? So in this case, this would have been a winning trade. But I gotta label it as 0, because that's how I would have traded. So this would have been a 0. Oops, went a little too far. Honestly, these are some of my favorite ranges too. So obviously I don't know what's about to happen here, but I've noticed when the range is pretty tight, and obviously it's consolidating, you can find some nice plays with these, because it breaks out pretty spontaneous, but when it does, it runs. So let's see if this is the same way here. Lows right there. I like to be pretty accurate. Let's see. Is this going to be a winning day? Nope. Didn't close yet. Didn't close. Don't like that candle. Yo, do y'all like this playlist? It's pretty dope. I like this. This is Gangsta's Paradise is playing, but it's definitely not. This is Fireflies, right? Yeah. Here we go. Nope, I don't like that candle. I like that candle. This would still be a riskier. I don't like that, man. I don't like that. And if we look back, see how like this is just such a big candle body though. It's roughly the same wick, but this candle body is just bigger. But you know, I just wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it. I don't feel like it would have been profitable. This is a nice candle body, but it's coming around the afternoon, and if I didn't find any setups in this type of time frame, in this way, around noontime, I just wouldn't have even bothered. This would be a 0. Doctor, yeah, you know Firefly, you know what's up. Ginger Ninja, what's up, man? What do you think about the Forex market right now? Am trying into trading. Just depends on what you want to trade, man. There's tons of money to be made in any market, right? Crypto, Forex, indices, commodities. I mean, you can trade anything and make money. The thing is, you need to have a clear definable goal. What do you want to get out of your trading? And what do you want to do? And what do you like to do? What's your personality type? How do you like to trade? Do you like higher time frames? Do you like lower time frames? Do you like high volatility? Do you like low volatility? You need to have all those questions answered before you even look at the chart, before you even look at a pair. Because if you don't know yourself as a trader, you're going to fail, and you're going to start getting upset of why you're failing so much because you don't understand yourself. Because trading is it has so much to do with psychology. And if you don't know yourself, how are you going to know how to trade? So don't even look at charts. Don't even apply for a don't even apply for a funded account until you're profitable consistently, first of all. But don't even demo trade. Don't do none of that until you can answer who do you want to be as a trader, and what do you want to get from trading. Then you'll start to kind of get the pieces answered and put together of, what do you like to trade? And that's literally what you're seeing here is a combination of all that from myself. This strategy is great for me, but it may not be great for you. All right, so in this case, I would have not taken this one. Just too big of a wick on the bottom. Tells me the price wants to move up a bit. Don't like any of these candles, and I wouldn't have even entered this far away from that support level. See, so this would have been a winning trade, but I have to have that discipline that this would have still been, to me, to my rules, a gamble. So I wouldn't have even taken that trade. And then we're moving into the noon time frame, so this would have been a 0. To answer your question, Ninja? And sometimes just trading isn't for everybody, man. But you don't know unless you try. So don't be afraid to try, but also don't be afraid to come to the fruition that maybe it's not for you. Just like how some people go to college to become XYZ, and then they get their degree, or maybe they're in class and they're going through the courses and they find that they need to switch majors because this career field just isn't for them, but they tried, and because they tried, they now know that's not for them. Right? The worst failure in the world is not trying. It's not trying and failing. That's a great failure because you learn. The worst failure is just writing something off because you're scared to try it. That's a That's a net 0 failure. All right, so here's another case where again I don't trade that first candle. So 9:30 candle, close bottom. Here we go. Here we go. Wouldn't have taken any of those. Candle closed, but it's a reversal candle. Wouldn't have done that. And know your candlesticks, man. Memorize candlestick anatomy. Know what this candle is. Know what these wicks mean, know what this candle is, right? Just, it gets imprinted in your brain. True, I read somewhere that trading is 20% technicals, and dude, it is, man. Trading, the strategy is the most boring part. Like, sitting here behind a chart watching, that should be the most boring part. I hate how, like, they make it look hyped up in TikTok and movies and YouTube and all that stuff. It's really not. Like, sitting behind a chart is the most boring part, should be the most boring part of your trading career. Learning, studying, and practicing your discipline is the exciting part and is where the most action is. Even right here, right? Like me backtesting and studying price action and studying how the price moves and studying how it reacts to highs and lows. This is the action. This is the boring, unsexy stuff that you all should be doing too with however you trade. You see, like right here, right? I'm being brutally honest with how I would have traded this strategy right here. I would have had 0 trades so far. I think one of these were a trade, but it hit break even. And that's just how you have to be, so you can collect data to make it as accurate as possible, man. Alright, so we find the low. Find the high. Like, I was listening to somebody earlier today. I don't want to mention where or who or anything like that. But man, it was like... it was so upsetting to listen to them. They were very new. They've only been trading for 2 months. So they're probably not profitable or anything like that or consistent. They're talking about getting a funded account, applying for a funded challenge, all that stuff. I was just like, dude, like, slow down. It's okay to slow down and take things slow. So here we go. Look at this. So wick on the bottom would have not taken that. Very small close, so I would have just not taken that at all. Okay, so I don't like that big wick on the top. Would have not taken it. Would have not taken it. I like this one. Okay, so this is one where if there's some little wicks on the top and bottom, I would have taken this one. I like this one. And it's above VWAP. That's what this blue line is. Okay, so we're trading with the trend. The trend is your friend. Yo, Gabe, what's up, man? Ginger, absolutely, you're welcome. If you have any other questions, let me know. So this looks pretty promising. I feel good about this one. Alright, so this hit my 40. So we're going break even. So now this is a risk-free trade, so we would move my stop loss to break even. Oh, oops. There we go. Alright, so that would have hit my stop loss, so this would have been a 0 trade, 0 pip trade. I like this one, so this is where there is a little bit of a wick on the top. But I like this bullish candle, but I want to see how, I would want to see how this one would have played out. So I would have got in right here at the close of this candle. Let's put my tool there. Okay, so that hit my stop loss. I'd be done trading for the rest of the day. So then that would have been a minus 50 day. Man, this week was terrible. Look at that. 0, 0, 0, 50. So this is how some of the data looks, right? Like you have really good weeks, really good, okay weeks. I mean, it's how it is in trading, man. Even Achilles agrees. I don't know if you've heard that, but... Gabe says, saw you been trading US 30 lately. Yeah, that's the cool thing with Crypto Fund Trader, and obviously any funded account, right? I know it's called Crypto Fund Trader, which is my prop firm that I'm funded through, but they specialize in super low spreads of crypto, if you want to trade like Bitcoin, Ethereum, but you also have access to trade. Sorry about that. But you also have access to trade, normal Forex market, like indices, commodities, currencies, that type of stuff. So I've been noticing, like, as far as like the US 30 and NAS goes, it's been very good at following my rules. And it's less erratic, right? Follows technical analysis pretty well. Doctor, funded account at 2 months. I've been trading for 3 years and I still... Yeah, I mean, you've been trading for 3 years, Doctor? You need to go for a funded account, bro. Are you profitable? Do it. Like, after learning about funded accounts, it's the easiest way for a trader that's good to scale their income, right? I mean, you can only scale your income so far with personal money. But if you're good and you're consistent and you're profitable, you mean to tell me all you got to do is pay like $300 to have access to 50 grand? That's great. All right, so this is 925 candle. Formed a new high, so we're going to drag that up. Ginger. Yeah, I'm studying with my friend right now. I have a couple hours a day to trade a day, usually during the end of the New York and Asian time session. How long do you think you should wait until using a funded account? I mean, that's such a it's a hard question to answer, man, because it's so personal. Like, how easy do you pick up on this? How long does it take for you to become consistently profitable? How, like, the best way to go about it, like, as you're studying, open up a demo account, but treat it like real money, okay? Because here's where so many people freaking fail, and it pisses me off, is they'll trade a demo account and act like they're Wolf of Wall Street, throwing around 100 lots of gold or something crazy, like just trading like they're just in a casino. And they don't respect it, so then when they put a real funded account, because, oh, look at this, I'm making so much money on a demo account, and then they put $100 in a funded account and blow it in a day. Like, use a demo account, but treat it like real money. Treat it like this is your last dime and you need to make every trade count, right? Follow all your rules, give yourself a trading daily allowance of, say, whatever, how many trades, and just follow that and respect it. Treat it like it's a act like you just got funded and you don't want to lose the person's money that you're being funded through. And then really respect that demo account. And once you become consistently profitable, say for about a month and a half, and have patience, man. I know this is what's going to happen. You're going to become profitable for like a couple weeks, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put in $500, and you're going to blow it. I'm telling you, it happens all the time. I've done it. I've done it. But just become profitable consistently for a month, 2 months, and then just put a little bit of money, a little bit of personal money in a live trading account, okay? Then another month, 2 months go by. See if you are consistently profitable. Then go for a funded account. Because, yeah, it's a low risk thing as far as taking an evaluation. You only pay a few $100. But what's going to happen is you're going to get upset that you failed, and you're going to pay another $200 to $300. And you're going to get upset again. You're going to pay another $200 to $300. And now you're down like $3-4 grand because you failed so many challenges, and you're revenge trading, right? So you don't want to go do that. You don't want to go through that. Doctor says, yeah, I'm profitable, but I'm kind of pessimistic. Oh, man, come on. Bro, you can do it. I promise. If you're profitable, Doctor, just do it, dude. What's the worst that can happen? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen if I try for an evaluation? I don't get it. I fail. Oops. If you're profitable, right? If you're profitable, oh darn, you lose a few $100. You can make that back on your personal account. And then try again. And then try again. And then try some more. Don't let that hold you back from making money, bro. That's with anything though, right? I mean, the only thing that's holding us back from making meaningful money in this world is ourselves. It's really it. All right, don't like that wick, and obviously that's market open candle. Don't like that at all. So in this case, like I said, so we got the market open creating new highs. So I would just pull that up there. And then I don't like that candle there. Too big of a wick on the top for me. And yep, look at that, came back down. Don't like that one. Don't like any of these. And this is where like these can be the frustrating days using this strategy, because it's like you don't like this candle, but then it still keeps going up, right? But it can also go and crash right back down. So look at that, look, crash right back down. So you can't just FOMO into these trades. That's so funny, that literally just happened, and I said that's what would happen. Look at this, crashing down. Oh man. Don XD. Welcome, Don, to the chat. This is the guy that was commenting on one of my videos saying I made minimum wage in a video. Try to be less of a dick in this live stream, bro. See, here's the thing. Look at this backtest data, right? This is just one strategy. This is one singular strategy. 0, 0, 0. I don't force trades. No trader should force trades to feed their ego to make more than minimum wage in a day, right? Like, you're going to have great days and you're going to have slow days. You're going to have low days, you're going to have red days. See, like right here, 0. That's why you have tools in your tool belt. This is one singular tool to trade. Sometimes the US 100 or the US 100, US 30 just plays with your emotions. Ginger, I have a demo account. I don't trade too much right now. I'm just mostly studying. And I have a couple good trades and a few losses. The biggest thing I would tell you, Ginger, and this is anybody else watching, don't just study, okay? Book smart is not the same as street smarts, right? I mean, everybody hears that. You can be book smart and you can also have common sense. There's two different things. Don't sit and, because you're going to have what's called analysis paralysis, where you're studying so much that everything just kind of meshes together, and then you're too afraid to even trade. As you're learning, trade in your demo account as you're learning. What's the worst that can happen? You blow up a demo account? Okay, you just make a new one. But don't let that be an excuse to go and gamble and just throw away money, right? Like throw away demo accounts, like still respect the money. But when you're learning and when you're going through that process, trade and act like you're, using real money. Like be very mindful of the money you're using in your demo account. But yeah, man, don't be afraid to just take a few trades here and there. You know what I mean? Don says, yeah, I'm just backtesting. I don't trade this late in the afternoon. I'm just collecting data on this strategy that I've been doing. I thought, hey, it'd be cool to go live while I test it. I don't like this candle, by the way. I would have not answered on this one. Too big of a wick on the bottom for my taste. Look at that. Boom. That's why you don't FOMO, man. That's why you don't FOMO. This is a decent one. And even in a trade like this where I do have these wicks here, I would probably go a little bit lower than my normal lot size for trading. So I normally trade 4 to 5 lots, so I'd go a little less because I would consider this a little bit of a riskier play. But sometimes these break out, and I want to take advantage of that. Okay, so see, this one would have hit. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so it's a pretty solid candle. I think this would have actually been a break even. No, I don't think so. Yeah. Move my break even to 40. Okay, so this would have been, so I'm down 100 here. I would have definitely not taken another trade that day. Oh wait, this was Tuesday. Okay, yeah. I'm on the right one. Find our low, find our high. That's the cool thing about this strategy, though. You can lose way more than you win, but your wins are way more meaningful. You know what I mean? So let's go right there. So it made a new high. Okay, so that's the 9:30 candle. That's not strong enough to close down, so wouldn't have opened that one either. I don't like that wick. Don't like any of these wicks. And a 0 day. Man, these are some trash weeks. I was having great weeks before I went live here. Maybe I shouldn't go live when I backtest because I have terrible results when I go live. I blame it on you guys for my ego. But yeah, if you all want to see me live trade, I'm moving into my new studio this coming Monday. So I'll be live again next Monday, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so this was a solid buy. That's a really good buy. I'm going to be really upset if this one doesn't win. This is a perfect, strong, bullish candle. Wow. I'm kind of disappointed that one lost. That was a really good move to the upside. Actually, this would have been, yeah, this would have been break even because it hit my 40. So that would have been a break even trade. Don't like that wick on the top. Don't like that wick on the top. Take a stab at this one. All right, so we got, it hit my 75. It hit my 75. So this would have been profit because my 75 was right here. Price crossed up. I would have instantly, boom, put my stop loss there, came back down, hit it. So I would have got 75 for that Thursday, and I'd be done for the day. And this is what's crazy, right? You just seen that I'm loosely buying and selling. Again, this isn't going to perfectly simulate how I would actually be buying and selling because TradingView only does them at candle close. So it doesn't simulate accurately take profits and stop losses, but you can even see with how bad I'm buying and selling. I even took a loss here, and this was actually supposed to be a break-even trade. I'm still in the positive with this one winning trade out of a loss, 0-0, another loss here, 2 losses, 3 losses, and I'm back above net profit. So that's how crazy this strategy can be, and you can personalize it to however you want to do it. See, that would have just ran, you know what I mean? So that's a pretty solid trade. So now let's move on to Friday. I think we had almost a contending stream high. I think the highest I've had so far was like, what, 15, 16 viewers on this new channel? I'm super excited, man. Like, when I move into my new studio, I'm able to actually pump out a lot of content. 'Cause I've been moving these past couple weeks. It's been so freaking annoying to balance everything else I'm doing on top of planning this move and getting this move ready. So it's been really, really hard to create content and do that stuff, but really excited to get back into it. Oh, but what do we got ETH doing here? ETH's on the move, man. All right, so we need 2 more candles here, 930. 930 breaks. So it's creating a newer high. So in this scenario, so we have 935 candle closes consistently above these highs. This candle closed above this high here on the market open. So I would have, oh shoot, I would have taken a long. Yes, the wick is a little bit bigger on the bottom. It will probably bleed down just a little bit, but I would have taken a chance at this trade because it's making newer highs and breaking old highs. So there we go. So this one would be a risk-free trade. If not, let's see. So 70 is here, 75 is right there. So it's getting very close to our 75 profit level. Okay, so it hit my 75, and then I would have been out on this trade. So crossed my 75, I would have been done in profit because it came back and hit my stop loss. So let's see if it actually hits. So it just smashed through the take profit there. So that was crazy. So Friday would have been a 75 day. Okay, so we'll move on to the next Monday here. Welcome everybody just joining. Ooh, that was like a perfect stop. Look at that. So let's find our London low. Put that there. And it actually made a newer low, so we're going to use that newer low. and then it formed a higher high, so we're going to use that higher high, and let's see if it rejects that higher high. Okay, so it did at the beginning, but then formed a new one at 9:35 candle. So I don't like these wicks on the top and bottom. I want to see, okay, so it moved back down. Okay, so a strong move to the upside, so we're going to take a buy on this one. Hit stop loss. Okay, so that would have been a 50 so far. Oh. All right, so it's forming a newer high, so we're going to move that up here. Don't like that candle. Don't like any of these candles. Coming back in the range. I like how it's going so far. Okay, so it's getting around noontime. Probably wouldn't take any of these trades. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken any of these. This would have been a minus 50 day. And I've also noticed with doing this, Mondays are either flat or they hit, right? So this is actually the first Monday that took that big of a loss, I think. Yeah. Okay, Monday is 01. Let's see what is. I haven't been writing down my Mondays. 1 May. Okay, so now we're getting to the current week. Now we can actually see some trades. I don't know what that box was there for. I think that box was just a random box. Alright, so I accidentally went a little too quick. So London low was here. This was 9:30. It broke below London lows. So we would move that down to that new low here. We would take this high right there at that London high. Let's get rid of these extra lines. Let's get rid of this one. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so this is a solid bearish candle. I think I actually took this trade and lost it. I don't remember. This looks familiar. I don't think this goes good. Okay, maybe it does. Maybe I did win this one. I'm not sure. Okay, so it crossed my 40, so this would have been break even. So now we're just looking at a 75. I don't think it quite passed this one. God, maybe I did win this trade. Okay, so I moved my stop loss at 75, and then I think it either tapped my 75 or I actually did hold this one and take profit. I don't know, but let's just simulate like we did the 75 just to play the conservative end. So now we're net 25 for this week. So that was a great trade right there. So now that we made that, we're going to move into the next day. We don't overtrade. All right. Wouldn't have taken that candle. Too small and too many wicks. Too big of wicks, I mean. Yeah, I don't like any of these. I don't like any of these candles. I almost like that one. Alright, then it moves on into the afternoon when I don't trade, so we're going to say that was a 0 Wednesday. I guess I did do something right here. Maybe I was just researching, I don't know. Because I definitely usually don't trade right there, but I don't know. Now we're moving into today. Today I actually lost, yep, right here. Oh, look at that. TradingView actually gives you a thing too, so very profitable as you can see. I don't know what size account I traded with. I don't know what any of that is, but it was ended in profit. And I traded very loosely with the actual fake money. 46% win rate, but it's very profitable. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, there was a winning trade today. So there was actual 125 banger there on Thursday. Okay, so now let's add all these up. I don't know if this is... Yeah, this isn't taken into account. So P... So it's looking like Tuesday so far. Statistically the highest. Oh no, Friday. Okay, sweet. All right, so now we got some more data, right? So on Friday, this was the highest day. Tuesday coming in second. Let's make this one a little... Let's do a dark green. Tuesday coming in second with a lighter green. And then Monday being the lightest. I like that. So okay, so overall stats, we're going to make this so the US, let's do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, oops, Friday, okay, so this is Friday, US 35 minute, and Tuesday, US 35 minutes, and then the NAS 1 was Tuesday, one-minute strategy, and also Thursday. And then the NAS 5 minutes. I haven't finished the NAS 5 minute yet, but it's great to kind of see an overall view. If I wanted to add a third one, US 35 minutes, and the NAS 1 minute. So right here, right, I can even use this data and see that with both of these trading strategies, it's not optimal to trade on Wednesdays using any of these, right? Both of these. So it's pretty cool to see. I don't think my mean reversion one, I did exactly the days of the week either, but even this, like on Wednesday. So this even tells me with my personal trading strategy with my mean reversion one, Wednesdays are just not great. Just not great trading days for how I personally trade. but I do know Tuesdays and Fridays are the best. All right, well, this was a great little back testing session. I hope everybody that was on here enjoyed it, watches the replay enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hope you all have a great rest of your week.